Houston Grand Opera opens its season with a world premiere opera, and it's probably going to apply or be attractive to a pretty broad range of the population, whereas certain operas may be a little limited. This one has a little bit broader appeal. This is Dr. David D. Shine, and welcome to a special edition of Starstruck as we keep our audience up on the arts and theater scene. Jake Heggie's Intelligence, with lyrics by Gene Shear and directed by Joel Zolar, was the opening opera for Houston Grand Opera, HGO's 23-24 season. The spirited production also features the dance troupe Urban Bushwomen out of Brooklyn. This is not your typical 150 or 200-year-old opera. The 62-year-old Heggie is an American composer who is best known for Dead Man Walking, which debuted in the year 2000. He is the most performed current-day opera composer. He's also championed for women, and Intelligence features the story of women heroes. Many of my audience know that I'm a heavy content person and do not present myself as an expert on opera music or opera history. Intelligence has a strong storyline based on the real story of two women who smuggled military secrets from the Confederate White House in Richmond to the Union Army during the Civil War. Very dangerous stuff, folks, and again, based on a true story. The voices of the lead performers were uniformly strong, with mezzo-soprano Jamie Barton and soprano Janai Brugger as the two brave spies. Their foil was played by soprano Caitlin Lynch, who tries to stop the spying if she could just figure out who was doing it. Giving the show a bit of a tip of the classic operas, there is a ghost, of course, played by soprano Janai Bridges. While the male roles were not dominant in this piece, the evil villain was played to the hilt by baritone Michael Mays. Two supporting male roles were bass baritone Nicholas Newton and tenor Joshua Blue, both with fine voices as well. The full orchestra under the direction of Kwame Ryan sounded great. As the regular HGO audience's members, we've come to expect that fantastic orchestra. It's not always the full orchestra. It is for this particular production. And again, sounds great, folks. This is not a traditional opera, and a key part of the experience was the near continuous dance performances by, as I mentioned, the Urban Bushwomen. I'm not going to name each member due to time limitations, but they were energetic and entertaining. Well, how about the music? I felt the first act was quite beautiful, but too similar from piece to piece. The positive was that the second act helped to redeem the music by more variations that fit the difficult topics addressed in that act. And again, this is some tough stuff, folks, in terms of the history and the treatment, particularly of Black Americans in the South during the time of slavery prior to the end of the Civil War. This is an opera for those who prefer musicals to operas. It has a very dramatic feel to it that might bring some non-opera people to more operas in the future. Our usual disclaimer: I buy my own tickets to performances covered and do not identify myself as a reviewer, and never promise to do a review. Dr. Dave awards HGO 5 stars for its debut production of Intelligence. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.